Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new video. In today's video, I thought I would give you my realistic evening routine. So I did a morning routine a little while ago. If you've not seen that one, I will link it below, but I thought I would make this video a little bit more vlog style, a little bit more relaxed. You guys seem to enjoy these types of videos anyway, other than the kind of sort of b-roll voiceover type videos. So it is currently 5 to 2, which I know technically it is not evening yet, it is still afternoon. However, I thought I would start now because when it actually gets into evening, things get very, very, very hectic, and I wanted to be able to actually have a little bit of time to talk with you guys. Obviously, this is just an example of our evening. Each evening can be slightly different, just depending on what we're doing and just how the evening goes and how we're feeling and stuff. But essentially, the kind of jobs and tasks that we need to do of the evening kind of stay the same. It's just the order that sort of changed. So this is just an example of what our evening goes like. I consider our evenings to kind of start from when the boys get home from school, and the after school rush is probably just as, if not more, chaotic than the morning rush. Those two are probably the busiest times of the day for me. So the way I keep myself sane is to just try and prepare as much as I possibly can before the boys get home from school. So I'm currently cooking dinner. Tonight, me and the boys are having spaghetti bolognese. It is definitely a favourite amongst me and the boys. Josh won't be eating this. He doesn't like spaghetti bolognese, which I know there's some of you out there that don't, but that's just weird. How can you not like spaghetti bolognese? Anyway, because only me and the boys are eating this, I am not too fussed about cooking it early because both the boys and I are usually hungry when they get home from school anyway, and once I've eaten at around 3:30, 4 o'clock, I'm good for the rest of the evening then. I don't feel like eating too early means that I get hungry later. I'm usually fine. So if I can prep dinner and get it all ready for when the boys come home from school, then that just makes my evening go a little bit smoother because that's one job that is already done. Because cooking dinner and then eating dinner can actually pull a lot of time away from your evening, and even though it is the most important part of an evening really, I still have a lot of other things to do. So cooking a spag bowl, and when the boys come home from school, like I said, it is a manic rush. By the way, sorry if you can hear the sizzling in the background and it's annoying you. It's kind of annoying me because it's really loud. When the boys get home from school, our sort of immediate routine is for the boys to sort their bags out, refill their water bottles, read their reading books because that is something that they need to do every day for school, hang their coats up, put their shoes away, things like that. Just little bits and bobs that I've kind of encouraged them to do themselves, just again to make my life a little bit easier. And while they're doing that, I will be packing up their packed lunches for the next day and sorting out Avery's feed, because Avery is also due a feed the second we get back from the school run, which just makes that period of time a little bit more manic. And the reason I am telling you all of this instead of talking to you as I'm doing these things is, again, because that time of day is incredibly manic. It's only about a 20-minute period of time, but it just feels like so much needs to get done in that 20 minutes. Because by the time I sit down to feed Avery, I like to have all that stuff done so that I know that's not left for me to do after Avery's had her feed, and I can crack on with the rest of what needs to get done. So I'm going to get on with making a spaghetti bolognese. I like to put olives in mine, which I know might seem really weird and really gross, but when I worked in a call centre back when I was, I think 19, 20, before Zach was born, I had a colleague and I went and had dinner at her house, and she put olives in her spaghetti bolognese, and ever since then it's kind of stuck with me because I loved it. I continue to love it. I think the only difference is she used green olives. I prefer black olives. Eli used to love these, he's now gone off them. Zach doesn't like olives, so really it's just me that eats the olives, and I end up having more olive than bolognese so that I could give the boys more bolognese, but that's fine with me. I really enjoy black pitted olives. Not so much the kind of fresh healthy deaky style olives that you can get in kind of the fridge section. some reason I just like the good old cheap black pitted olives. So what is slightly different about today and this evening in particular is before the school run today, I actually have Zach's SEN review. That is at 3 o'clock. So the boys usually finish at 25 past, so it's just before the boys are due to come out of school, so it will flow nicely, but it just means that I need to get everything ready a little bit earlier. Those of you that are new to my channel, my eldest son Zachary has autism. He does have an educational healthcare plan with school, which means that every so often we do have SEN review meetings just to kind of see how he's doing, where he's at, if we need to change anything in his EHCP, and just keep on top of it, keep on track of it really. And I think it's even more important this year because this is actually Zach's last year in primary school, which means we are in preparations for getting him ready for secondary school. Now that looks a little bit different for us at the moment, a little bit odd for us at the moment, because we're not too sure if we're going to still be here by the time Zach starts secondary school. We are looking at moving or thinking about moving, but I will fill you more in on that when things actually start to happen in another video. For now, I'm going to get dinner cooked. I have a pile of dishes staring at me that I need to get done, and I also want to make the boys sandwiches for tomorrow and prep Avery's feed, so all of that is ready to go for when we come home from the school run. We just got home. The meeting took a little bit longer than I thought it would. It is now 4:15, so we're quite late on Avery's feed. She's being fed now. The boys are eating their dinner. I've just got mine here to eat. This is kind of standard practice for us. I tend to eat my dinner with Avery on my lap normally when she's being fed. I find that this is the best way I can just sit down, eat my food and watch a bit of TV that I want to watch. She will most certainly fall to sleep now. She always does at this speed. I'm not liking that it's so late. I'm still going to let her nap anyway because I find that she's just happier in the evening if she gets this nap. She doesn't nap for very long, maybe about 20 minutes, half an hour. And then yeah, she's just happier in the evening. It doesn't seem to disrupt her bedtime. We are all going to eat our dinner now. Josh still isn't home from work. He probably won't be back for a little bit yet. I will be sorting his dinner out when he gets home. Like I said, he doesn't like spag bol, so he'll be having something different. So gonna eat our dinner, let Avery nap for a little bit, and crack on with the rest of our usual evening routine. I am going to carry on with Call the Midwife. I'm currently on season 8, which is quite interesting because it was the year that my mum was born, 1964. So I find it quite interesting to see what it was like the year that she was born, but really been enjoying it. I'm really pleased to hear that it's actually still going. So apparently the new season's just started. I might be wrong, but yeah, looking forward to that. Hopefully I can get through everything that I need to catch up on before the end of the new season, so that I might actually be able to watch the Christmas special this year at Christmas time. That would be nice. But yeah, gonna relax for a little bit, get Avery to sleep for a little bit, eat my food and watch a bit of TV. Josh is home from work now. He is just up having a bath. Avery did have a little snooze. It was only around 20 minutes. We've all had dinner. Excuse me if I've got any bolognese around my mouth. I've not even checked. So now I'm just going to clean up and get the dishes done. Avery's quite happy watching TV at the moment. It is currently 5:15, so I'm going to get the dishes done and probably get Avery's meds ready for tonight. Also, for those of you that are interested, Zach's SEN review went really well. It sounds as though he's doing really well in school. So much improvement since he started. I did ask kind of what level of support he was getting, and it sounds as though he does get kind of more support than average, but it's nowhere near sort of like one-to-one. He'll have one-to-one if he needs to be taken out of the room to go for a little walk, just for a little kind of sensory break, or if he's getting overwhelmed. But most of the time he's okay with just being part of the whole class, and then just having teachers check on him every so often just to see how he's getting on. And also it sounds as though the teachers kind of need to direct their speech directly to him. He doesn't tend to process information so well if a teacher's talking to the entire class. He almost needs the information sort of reiterating to him personally as well. Yeah?
I'm gonna go on Xbox, please.
Yes, for a little bit.
Thank you.
So in the evenings the boys do tend to go on their electronics. I've made a point that they're not allowed until after they've had their dinner, which they have had, so they're going to play on Xbox for a little bit. Let's take bets on how long it takes before they start fighting. Apparently they're lovely to each other in school. I was talking to Zach's teacher about this today. Apparently they're so loving and affectionate towards each other in school, just not at home. Anyway, I'm gonna clean up the mess in the kitchen, and Josh hopefully should be out of the bath soon. So yeah, I've not seen him all today really. He came straight home, went up for a bath. He needs to though, his job is quite manual and he gets quite dirty. So yeah, let's crack on. My favourite part of the evening at the moment is definitely lighting all of my autumnal scented candles. I just think it makes it feel and smell so cosy in here in the evenings. Last night we actually put the heating on for the first time since last winter, and it definitely feels like the festive season now. Anyway, speaking of autumn, I received a PR package from Wild a couple of days ago, and they have a very appropriate scent out at the moment: pumpkin spice and vanilla. So they've sent me a couple of the refills. I've already got the component. I've shown you guys these before. So these are refillable, and then these are the refills. They're completely compostable, so much better for the environment, and made with natural ingredients, so much better for your skin as well. But anything pumpkin spice at the moment, I just want all of it except coffee, because I don't like coffee, which is a real shame. But this smells really lovely and cozy, and I'm really excited to use this one once I have finished the one that I'm currently using. Very appropriate for the season. So I will leave my discount code for Wild down below if you do fancy getting hold of this scent. I think my discount code will give you 20% off. But once again, thank you so much to Wild for sending this over. Very excited about this scent. Anyway, it is now 10 to 6, so Avery is due her medicine soon. She has omeprazole and baclofen at around 6:15, and then I'm going to get her in the bath. So I'm going to get all of her bits out ready for it, so as soon as she's had her meds she can get in the bath. When she's in the bath, I like to take advantage of the fact that she's in nice warm water to give her legs a bit of a stretch, especially considering both legs are now getting tight. I feel like the bath's a good place to do that because it's nice and warm for her muscles. And then I'll be getting her ready for bed. So yeah, it's kind of time to start winding down for everyone now. The boys are just in their room playing on the Xbox. This isn't something we do every evening, but I am going to replace the water in Avery's G-tube button tonight. We do this probably about once a week, maybe a little bit longer, but ideally once a week. And this syringe just has 2.5 ml of cool boiled water in it. These are just Lure tip syringes that attach to her button, and we just pull out the old water with a new syringe and replace it. And then these syringes go in the bin. We've been told to only use these once by her community nurse. So tonight's the night we are going to get that done. I think it just keeps the water fresh in the balloon. I'm not too sure what the reasoning is behind it, but I suppose it makes sense to keep the water in there clean since it is inside her body. Avery's just having her last feed of the day now, and usually she will fall asleep during this feed, and then I lift her up and put her into bed while she's still sleeping. I hate to say it, guys, but she has got a cough that sounds awful and she's a little bit snotty. I think she's getting sick again. I felt like a few days ago I noticed a couple of those twitches that she was doing before we gave her clobazam. I didn't just shrug it off, I did speak to Avery's epilepsy nurse. Oh dear, Pudding. Oh. So that was an interesting turn of events. Avery just puked everywhere. I had to call Josh down to help me. So he's just cleaned the carpet, and also it was a perfect time for the suction machine to not be working properly, but Josh has managed to sort that, and now have a sick bag at the ready. So yeah, 100% she's getting sick. It's the only time she's ever like physically sick like that. And yeah, I was talking about the twitches. I thought I noticed them a few days ago, and I didn't shrug it off. I spoke to Avery's epilepsy nurse, and she said it's a bit too soon to, you know, take hasty action on like meds and whatnot. See how it goes over the next week. We have started the Keppra wean, so she's now on 2 ml instead of 3. She said keep it like that for now. We'll see how she is at the end of the week. If they're still happening at the end of the week, or if they've gotten worse, then we'll keep the Keppra at 2 instead of going down again, and put the pyramate up before we bring the Keppra down anymore. Yeah, let's see what happens over the weekend now, because Avery's definitely not well. She didn't really have much in her stomach to actually vomit either. Her feed had only just started, and it was mostly water and mixed in with what looked like omeprazole probably. So oh dear. Not how I was anticipating ending this vlog, but hopefully she will still fall to sleep. The cough might keep her awake a little bit, but fingers crossed she can get some rest. She has one more med after this lot that she has with her feed. Josh has also drawn her up some paracetamol and ibuprofen to give her tonight. And then after that she has one more med at 10:30. So once I've put her to bed, I usually go upstairs, Josh and I will watch TV in bed for a while, and then at 10:30 I will give Avery her last med, put her gaiters on and her SATS monitor, and then it's our sleep time. I wish I could kind of film that, but I know how dark it will be in her room, and I'm not going to risk waking her up by turning on lights. But essentially that is it for our evening routine. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and hit subscribe if you would like to follow us along on our journey. I will definitely give you an update on how Avery is, because she's not well, and we were very lucky last time that she was not well, and it feels like it wasn't that long ago. It feels like she's literally only just stopped being like snotty and spluttery from that illness, and it's just peaked again. But we were very lucky in the sense that she didn't end up having a seizure. But now I'm just a little bit concerned that I've seen a couple of these twitches. I feel like I might have seen a few tonight as well. But it's just hard to tell because they're so short. It's literally a split second. It could be anything, but I'm going to keep a very close eye. Josh and I are going to be on high alert tonight just in case she spikes the temperature through the night, but we're going to give her paracetamol and ibuprofen. Anyway, I will see you guys in a few days. Oh dear, with another video. Bye guys.